shit I got to say. Hello, internet fans. It's Rottin Roger DeMarco one more time with a video review. This week, we're gonna talk about Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. But it's more like Vancouver. You can't get the adrenaline pumping without the terror, good people. Jason Takes Manhattan was released in 1989. Director Rob Hedden decided he didn't want to have Jason chasing everybody around Camp Crystal Lake because that had been done before. A lot of times. He talked to Paramount and he said, I'm gonna take him out of Camp Crystal Lake. Where's someplace fun we can take him? How about New York City? They take him out of Crystal Lake to the Big Apple. Cut him loose. Well, at least that was the premise. But what happened was they didn't have the budget to make that happen fully. So 90% of the film takes place on a cruise ship. Camp Crystal Lake's graduating class of 1989 goes on a cruise ship to New York City. Somehow or another, Jason hitches a ride from Camp Crystal Lake to the ocean to New York City. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's what's kind of so much fun about this movie. It's a wild ride. Two teenagers are having sex on a boat. They accidentally electrocute Jason. Apparently, Camp Crystal Lake decided it would be a good idea to run their electrical wires through the lake to the cabins, to stop birds from running into them or something. The boat anchor hooks on the power cord. It electrocutes Jason, and he comes back. Lost yet? It's a complicated plot revolving around a lot of teenagers getting slaughtered by Kane Hodder. So Jason hitches a ride on the cruise ship, slaughtering everybody one by one, until the end of the movie when they wind up in New York City. They didn't film very much in New York City because they couldn't afford it, so half of what you see is New York City is actually Vancouver. But they can make any alleyway look like it's in New York apparently, so no big deal. Every single Friday the 13th, we gotta have somebody stick their nose in and say, don't fuck around with Jason, he'll kill you. Now, this body count is very large. We're talking about people getting hot sauna rocks jammed through their abdomen. Gone. We're talking about Kelly Yu, who was in X-Men 2 way later when she decided to do something noteworthy. Get picked up on the disco floor and get her neck broken. We're talking about Julius, my main man with the boxing skills, getting his head knocked off by Jason Voorhees. I guess he ain't undefeated anymore. We're talking about a flying V guitar getting smacked upside your head. Electrocution, people getting impaled on radio antennas. We're talking about the most despicable character of the movie getting drowned in a barrel that looks like toxic waste, it's got rats floating in it. Kane Hodder don't give a fuck. Jason basically Titanics the rest of the class. He decides, I don't have time to kill 145 people on screen, so let's just sink the boat. So only like 6 people get off the boat because apparently everybody else in the class at Camp Crystal Lake was like the band of Titanic. They were riding that motherfucker all the way down. The character of Sean pretty much sucks. He's terrible. Bottom line. His stupid fucking hair and his striped shirt, and he doesn't know how to fucking drive the boat. And then Miss Van Dusen blows up in the car because Rennie thinks she's fucking Evel Knievel and she crashes into a wall. And that's another thing this movie does. Somehow or another brings up the fact that when Rennie was a little girl, she didn't know how to swim, and the ghost of Jason tried to drown her in the lake. And so now he's on the cruise ship because he wants to kill her because he didn't kill her in the lake, so he waited till she graduated high school. Something. It doesn't make much sense. That's fine. That's fine. We can let that all go, but the one thing we can't let go about this movie that doesn't make sense is that the sewers of New York flood with toxic waste every night at midnight. Yeah, I said that. That happens. Here's the problem. Rob Hedden wrote this and then held it up like a child that was so proud of a picture, and the people at Paramount said, yeah, do that. Nobody said no. And that's a fucking problem. While it's fun and ridiculous, it makes absolutely no sense. They also have one guy in the sewer with a pipe wrench that's supposed to open the gate, I guess. They got Bucky from Halloween 4 down there opening the fucking toxic waste valve, we're gonna give this movie 3 out of 5 heroin needles. 3 out of 5. So there's a lot of movies out there. Somebody's gotta watch them. So why not me?